Welsh poet Dylan Thomas lived in the early 20th century, spending his days alone in a small seaside shack, a room of words perched above the restless water. Passerbys would recall hearing him through the open window, shouting phrases into the wind as if wrestling with language itself. They said it sounded like he was fighting the words, bending them, shaping them, forcing them into some new kind of truth. And perhaps he was. Thomas's prose and poetry were polyphonic, lyrical. They moved with a rhythm both strange and alive. He fused adjectives and verbs in unfamiliar combinations, unsettling our ordinary sense of language, of meaning. Through him, the world seemed to shimmer differently. Life and love and sorrow transformed into something mythic, something greater than the everyday. The windows of his shack looked out over the sea. The tide and the wind would sweep in through the cracks, carrying the scent of salt and the echo of waves. It isn't hard to imagine that ocean breathing through his writing, its salty waters and synecdoches, its solitude, its beauty. The natural world in Thomas's work is never still. It tempts, it mourns, it moves, it waits. In his poem, Where Once the Waters of Your Face, in the final stanza, Thomas writes, "Dry as a tomb your colored lids shall not be latched while magic glides, sage on the earth and sky. There shall be corals in your beds, there shall be serpents in your tides, till all our sea faiths die." And as the years passed, that voice, once full of sea air, began to drift. He died alone on the far side of the world in New York City, thousands of kilometers from the Welsh coast that had once sustained him. Yet maybe it was still there, somewhere, pulling faintly at the edges of his sentences, a tide that never stops returning, the sound of waves in a room with no windows.